All right, you guys, welcome back to another edition of the Diggie A-2 presents FBA The Evolution. Now, on our third stop of the FBA The Evolution, I get a chance to talk to Rose The Mermaid. Rose The Mermaid is up and coming. She has a really, really cool song out there, you guys, called Tides, that was released. When I saw it, it was released in October of 2020. I have to ask her when it was officially released, but when I saw the video is real cool, really vibey, really catchy. If you all saw the intro video that we put together for this actual playlist, the very first thing you hear is Tides from Rose the Mermaid. So she sets off this whole entire playlist, and she is spending time out of her busy schedule to sit down with us and talk to us about her musical career, her inspirations, and just a little bit about what makes her tick and what makes her go and what motivates her. So I'm going to bring her in so you all can meet Rose. So Rose, good evening. How are you? And say hello to the people for us.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on? You know what's so bug? Like your hair is a tint of purple. Is that on purpose or?
Oh, my hair is fully purple.
Oh, it's fully purple.
This lighting does not do it complete justice. I am going to re-dye it because that's about a good 2.5 inches of roots.
It's full purple.
But no, my hair is completely purple.
Every time I either see you or like look at your visual, I think of the color purple. So I don't know why. So it's just like really, maybe it was something I saw in the video. I don't know, but neither.
It's a subliminal message I'm sending out to everybody.
Yeah, you have like a I don't know if it's like a what do you call like those people that have like the auras about them, like purple, like colors? Yeah, you have like that purple aura thing going on. But
I love that purple aura. I love
that's kind of like the purple aura thing you got going on. But thank you, Rose, for spending time this evening hanging out with us, talking about FBA, and you are an artist on the FBA management team. So I've got a chance to talk to Tara, I got a chance to talk to Shot by Wash, Tom, and Bree, and now I get to talk to you. So let's start from the beginning. How does one become Rose the Mermaid? How did all this happen?
I've really just been singing my whole life ever since I was a little kid. My grandma actually taught me how to play piano, and then when she passed away, I kind of taught myself like chords and how to actually like play some songs in honor of her. And then as time went on, I just met up with FBA, and now here we are.
That's awesome. So when did you either know or decide that this is what you want to do with your life? When did that moment of clarity come to you? Like, you know what? I think I like this. I want to do this for the rest of my life. When did that happen for you, or how that happened?
I definitely think meeting FBA was probably that turning point for me. I never really saw myself doing music before then. The music industry is something that I've personally found hard to break into just as a female. So I just kind of did singing for myself and not really for anybody else. But meeting FBA changed my life truly. Jerry's just been an inspiration. He's just a great guy, and he's helped, mold me as a singer-songwriter. So I'm like super stoked about getting out there and kind of showing everybody what I'm about and what I've got to offer. I think
that's what's up. And you mentioned something about being a female, young female in the male-dominated genre or just male-dominated industry. So when you decided to take a leap of faith into the entertainment industry, did you have any things that may have set you back or have some doubts, or you just like, you know what, this is what I want to do, I don't care, no one's gonna stop me? And how did you have to come to terms with that, making that decision as a young lady?
I definitely have had my run-ins with people that don't take me seriously as an artist and have only wanted to get me in the studio because I'm a female. Yeah. So I've had to put up with that, and that kind of discouraged me a bit. And then of course there's a million amazing artists out there who are known, who aren't known. So that's kind of intimidating too, truthfully. Yeah. I think for me, it was just realizing that my talent is with my songwriting, and that the things that I have to say in my lyrics are definitely things that people need to hear, people probably have felt before. And so I think that's where my confidence in singing and being myself kind of definitely stemmed from, because before I wasn't really sure. I was just covering songs for myself. But now that I'm actually putting a piece of me out there, I definitely feel like the world's getting to see a different side of me that even I didn't know I had inside before.
kind of like a self discovery in a sense, as a like a self journey. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. So you mentioned you are now part of the FBA management crew. So what is that relationship like? So one of the things that I found from the past couple of weeks from interviewing the team was family, very family oriented team. Everybody is friendly. There's no ego. So how was that relationship come down to you, Rose? What's it like working with FBA? What's it like?
Exactly what you said. It's definitely all about family. Being with them is just like hanging out with your uncles and your aunts and your cousins. It's just about having a good time and just putting your passion where your mouth is and really just doing what you want everyone to see. Like, I don't know. Being with FBA is awesome. They're super cool. And I feel like really blessed because I kind of feel like I have a manager in all of them because they all oversee me and they all make sure that I'm doing right. And they all kind of lead me on the path that I need to go with my music and as an artist. So it's really a big blessing, truthfully.
Yeah. So when you were you discovered by FBA or did you seek them out? How did that relationship come together?
I actually was at a show that Jerry was performing at with my girlfriend, and I watched Tara's purse as a real true Kansas Citian would do as another lady to lady. She needed someone to watch her purse, so I watched it for her. And then later on, I think she found my Instagram and was just going to reach out to say, like, thank you so much and just be awesome. And she found an old video of me singing and showed it to Jerry. And then they were like, we've got to do something here. We've got to get this girl in the studio. And then we came and hung out one day and I sang for them and they told me to write a song. So I wrote Tides and a couple others and came back and played it for them. And the rest is history.
That is crazy. That is so crazy. So it sounds like from listening to Tides, I listened to it a couple more times today, actually, and it sounds as if it's a poem written to music as opposed to a song written to music. So that's the way that I interpret it. So I don't know if others feel that way about your music, as if you're writing poetry and not really an actual song. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer to that, but I'm saying, like, do you feel more that you write things in a poetry manner, or do you actually like writing songs?
I think without poetry, there can't be any songwriting. I truly believe that every song is a poem in its own way, shape, or form. I love both equally in their own different ways. But I do think that, like, for me, sometimes a song comes in the form of a song and I have all verses and all the choruses and whatever. But other times it comes in forms of poetry where I'll just have little snippets here and there. And then later on, I get to grow that and put it all together and realize, oh, wow, this is what I was thinking. So I feel like it's both, but I truly, truly will always have a soft spot in my heart for poetry because I think poetry is just A1 on anything.
Oh, that's awesome. So is there a poem that you may have written in the past that you want to transform into a song, possibly? Is there anything like that you've written in the past, like, man, that could be a really good song if I just put a little this on that or that on there. You know what I mean? Like, do you have any of those, like, in the tank somewhere or somewhere tucked away, like, you know what I mean, in a vault somewhere where you have like all your written stuff?
Sure. The safe is locked and stuffed. All right. It has a billion things in there and more that I'm adding to it every day. Tides was actually like that, the little rapping part. Yeah. And Tides was actually just like a poem, a little rap that I just freestyled for myself. And then one day I was like, oh, actually that kind of goes with this. And that actually goes with this melody. And I put it all with chords and it actually became Tides. Yeah. So that's definitely a big factor in what I do when I'm songwriting.
So how do you find your inspiration to write, Rose? How do you find your inspiration? What inspires you to write whether it's poetry or it's songs, or what inspires you? Where do you pull that inspiration from?
Everywhere. Any kind of experience I go through, whether it be good, bad, ugly, whether it's traumatic or an extremely awesome experience, whether I was just like watching the rainfall one day and I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. Like, I take it from everywhere because the world is an amazing place. The universe is an amazing place. And there is always a lesson. There's always something that you can learn from if you just open your eyes and really listen to it and really like kick into what the universe is telling you. So I just kick into everything that is happening to me and I write about it. And if people like it, awesome. If they don't like it, oh, well, I feel better. It was like therapy to me. I wrote it. I felt my feelings and now I'm good with it. But I'm really just doing this for me.
Yeah, no, and I hear that. And the reason why I ask that is because it sounds like I mentioned, when I listen to Tides, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tides was released when? October 2020, or was it before that?
Yeah, October 30th,
October
2020.
3rd. Okay. I want to make sure I got that right. I didn't want to, get fact checked, on my podcast, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So somebody write to me, no, Rob, it was released on this day. I'm like, okay, my bad. But yeah, it was all one take too. I forgot to tell, our audience that this is all one take. There's no redos or nothing like that. We all do this in one shot. So sometimes I tend to misquote something. I want to make sure I get corrected and make sure I got it right. But I love your storytelling, and which brings me to my next question is about what is on your playlist. Who do you listen to?
That's a good one. I'm a huge fan of Rihanna, even though she hasn't released an album in several years.
Saying, like, what is
maybe I can inspire her, and maybe she'll come seek me out and we can do something together.
Right?
But I just feel like
that'd be dope.
As an entertainer, she's amazing. I think that all of her songs, lyrically, the way that she sings them, you can feel her soul. Yeah. Whether she wrote it or someone else wrote it for her, you can feel like Rihanna whenever she sings. I love Jhené Aiko. I love the way that she's very poetic, and lyrically, she's just a goddess. I actually love everything that she puts out, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I have, I think, every album on my phone of her.
Blind Faith. Okay, got it.
And then I just really, truthfully, I'm a big Paramore fan. I'm a huge fan. Like, give me some punk rock any day, and I'm there 100%.
That's what's up. That was something that I was not expecting, and that's cool. And thank you for sharing that. I mean, like, I think it's always good to be exposed to different types of genres of music, and of course, it depends on the mood of what you're in. So if I'm in this kind of mood, I want to hear this, or pretty interesting stuff. So with that in mind, we talked about Rihanna. Do you have any dream collaborations? Like, if I was a genie and grant you 3 wishes, right? 3 dream collaborations, and you can bring anyone, dead or alive, doesn't matter. Who would you want to dream collaborate with?
Ooh, okay. So a childhood passion of mine would be to put out a punk rock album with Travis Barker as my drummer. Okay. Everything he touches is gold. That man is just, love him to death. And then definitely Jhené, because I think anything that she touches as well is gold. And I think that we could vibe really well in the studio. I think she would pull out a piece of me that I wasn't really expecting, and she would help me grow as an artist. And then, probably, if I could, Bob Marley. If it was possible. Just because I just feel like that man, anything that he put out as well, lyrically, it just spoke to your soul. And it was all about changing the world and all about just being yourself and being true to who you are. And we have the same birthday, so I'm a little biased to him. but I really love Bob Marley. I absolutely love him.
Yeah, Bob was a legend, and to make it so crazy about Bob, not that Bob was before my time even, but the stories that I know about Bob was he was so beloved by his people, and his music touched everybody, universally loved. You know what I mean? Like, not just in one part of the world or not just in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like, he was loved worldwide. You know what I mean? And his music is still relevant today. You know what I mean? Like, it's 2021. His music and his words and his impact rather still felt, still in 2021. So with that in mind, so that's going to lead me to my next spot is, Rose, what do you think is missing from today's music? What's missing? What do you feel is missing from music today?
I mean this as artist to artist, love for everything and all things, whether it be polka music, country music, or some rap. I think we're missing soul. I feel like we're missing actual pieces of ourselves, relatable content, not just rapping about things that you wish you had, expensive things. I think we're missing people that are talking about real life experiences and reminding you that everybody goes through this. Every day's a bad day for somebody. Every day's a good day for somebody. But you can always push through your struggles. You can always go through your hurdles, whether it's a small little problem or a huge problem. You just have to take it one day at a time and just take it easy. Life is hard for everybody. I mean, life's a bitch and then you die. So you might as well have fun while you're here.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. And one of the things that you mentioned resonates with me. I have a lot of conversations with, people across the industry about R&B music. You mentioned soul, so I'm picking on R&B music in particular. And a lot of individuals feel R&B is dead right now, or on life support, or really, really close to being like a or forgotten genre of music, because everybody, to your point, was not, nobody's singing anymore. Like, what happened to just like pure like singing about your soul, or what's going on, things that are relatable, and everybody's want to be flashy, and just that's not, everybody's not rich, everybody's not flashy, like,
exactly.
Like, that's not the reality of what everyday people live, you know what I mean? So it's just like, people fall in and out of love, people lose loved ones, people go through divorce and heartache, and like you mentioned, just everyday life, you know what I mean? And I feel like R&B used to talk to that experience, but not so much anymore. And I really wish that R&B music would get back to that, get back to the essence of what it is. Rather than blues,
music in general. I wish music in general would get back to that. If you listen real closely to Tides, I'm talking about a bad day. I'm talking about telling people that I'm fine when I'm not fine. I'm talking about feeling like I'm never going to get out of this little hole that I'm in. But when I do, I'm going to be a shark. It's literally a sad song. But when you listen to it, I don't put it off that way. I want people to listen to all of my music that way and be like, wow, I felt that one day. Maybe that was a Tuesday. Like, I have songs about my mom's Alzheimer's. I have songs about my grandpa. Like, I have songs that I want people just to feel, because like I said, I'm just doing this for me. I just want everybody to be as passionate about music as I am. Like, music doesn't have to be one-hit wonders and viral videos and millions of dollars. Music can just be you being you, and therapeutic in a sense, and just putting it out there, whether it's good, bad, or ugly.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And, one of the, to your point, artists make art, whether you make music, whether you podcast, whether you are an artist, like, artists make art, and it's how, other people interpret it. But that's the beauty of art. There's no one right or wrong answer. You can interpret it how you want. And I love Tides, and Tides is a really, really catchy song. I always find myself, I used to tell Jessica, just gonna laugh when she sees this, that I always find myself like humming it. You know what I mean? I find like, oh man, like,
I love that.
Rose, damn it, Rose, got me again, man. I find myself humming the song. So talk to the audience about Tides, inspiration, and let's talk about Tides and beyond. So what is after Tides? Are you working on new music? What can we expect from you? But I want to start with Tides first, because Tides is your single that's out right now. So I'm going to make sure you guys go and support Rose. Check out Tides, download it, watch the video on YouTube. It's really awesome. Shot by Wash. Shout out to Shot by Wash with the visuals. And so talk to the audience a little bit about Tides, a background story of it, and then beyond. What's in Rose's future?
Tides really just came to me. Like I said, Jerry told me to write a song. And so I just went through all of my notes, everything that I had from years and years and years ago. And I just kind of pieced it all together. Just sat at my piano, found the words, found the song, how I actually wanted it to sound, and then put the chords together. But it really does, hold a special spot in my heart to me, just because it is about not having the best day. It is about being real. It is about still putting on a brave face when you don't feel brave yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, even though it has a deep or a darkness to it, like, it is still me. Yeah. That is still me on my best day. That is still me on my worst day. So I was super excited that everybody really resonated with it as they have, because I didn't know if people were going to like that. I've been told my whole life I'm really sensitive. So I didn't know how being so sensitive in a song was going to go. Yeah. But I definitely am not stopping. I still have more music. As I've said, I'm going to get a lot more out. You can still hear me on Jerry's 2020 album, on Earthquakes, Foresight, and Daddy Issue Back. All right. As well as I'm going to drop my second single, Currents, here soon. Okay. Not giving any more than that. All right. But all right. I definitely have new music in the mix, and I'm super excited to just, like I said, get out there, put it all out there. If you like it, awesome. If you don't like it, that's cool. Tell me, because I have a different piece of me for everybody. I truly feel like if you don't like this song, just wait. I'll have another one that you might like. I might have a song that you hate, but the next one you love. Like, just wait it out. I promise it's worth it.
I got you. Well, I got tides up here, like at times too, man. So it's just kind of weird. But
just wait till you hear Currents.
Currents gonna be even worse. Oh, great. So thank you. Another song that gets stuck in my head, when that comes out. But Rose, it's been great hanging out with you. I truly appreciate it. And in Diggie A-2 fashion, we always give shout outs at the end of the show. So the floor is yours, ma'am. Who do you want to shout out to for this episode? Who do you want people to see? Who do you want to shout out? Whether it's your friends, your homies, your family. Who do you want to shout out this week?
First and foremost, shout out to my girlfriend. Without her, I don't think I really would be doing music. She works super hard so that I can do it, and she's the best. And then, of course, FBA, because, again, another reason I'm doing music. Super huge shout out to them. And then, of course, family. And then anybody that's listening and wants to just follow me, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Rose The Mermaid, Instagram _ Rose The Mermaid. I'm on TikTok, even though I have no content yet. Stay tuned. Rose The Mermaid. And just even on Facebook, there's a Rose The Mermaid music page. So go ahead and follow me on everything and just stay tuned because I've got a lot coming out and I'm really excited to share it with you all.
That's what's up. We'll put all those links in the description of the video so you all can link in with Rose, see what she's up to in regards to her music, her musical career. She's on the up and up. She's rising, and she is definitely a rising star with Famous by Association, aka FBA management. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you or present to you Rose the Mermaid. Rose, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I wish you the best and all the success that you can handle in the future. That's all we have this week, you guys. Next week, tune in. I sit down with Jerry Robinson, the one and only Jerry Robinson. I get to sit with him next week. But of course, shout out to all of our fans, followers, and supporters. And of course, as always, shout out to hip hop. All right, y'all be easy, be safe. Rose, see you later. Peace.